Hi guys, hey.
You were gonna do it again, weren't you?
Hi guys, hey, how you doing? How you doing? It's Nirvana with the Pretty Losers, and tonight we have a special guest. We have VSG Granny, who I will put down in the bar below her channel, so you get to see it. So hey, say hey, hey girl, hey.
Hey, hey.
Hold on.
We're very excited and awkward, so it's the usual. We got Christy and we got Trisha. Unfortunately, Heather could not be here with us tonight. Super sad face. That was a little too dramatic for that. That was just a little much.
Hey.
So we're going to be talking about friends and before and after you've had weight loss.
First off, hi, I'm Trisha, and Heather just wanted to send her love to everybody, and she missed us, but she said she'll be back next week, and she's got a new video up, so make sure you guys go watch that. And just because she's not here doesn't mean you can't hang out with us, because I took a shower like 3 days ago, so I'm good. So, Nirvana, first off, what is up with your hat?
We're doing hats today, and this is my burr hat. My husband bought me this beautiful coiffed, this wonderful hat, and I think that it's super sexy. And you can wear it for evening, and you can wear it casual, and you know, I'm just like, if I wear it like this, it's casual, and then if I'm gonna dress it up, it's evening. So kind of like shoulder pads, furry shoulder pads keeps me warm. And then Trisha's wearing a hat, and then of course Christy is wearing a sexy hat.
I'm in the jolly spirit. Hoo-hoo.
Say hey so they can see your hat.
You want to see my hat? Should I put a bell right there on my horn?
Are you horny?
Oh, it went there.
Christy got horny from last week.
Always.
Lord Jesus, Jason.
And Miss Dandy Randy over here, she's got this little feather boa thingy going on her head. She's rocking it.
She made that.
Yes, I did. I think it's really sexy, and I think it would look really good with a bustier. What do you think?
Oh, go get it out of your closet, girl.
Dominatrix Granny? Wow.
I like that. Bounce go wow wow.
Just thought I'd let you know.
Oh my.
So today we're talking about friends and how different your friends are versus previously when you were a fatty McFatson. I'm just kidding, not fatty, but you know what I mean. Let's start off with Nirvana.
Why do we always start with me? Yeah,
because I gotta find the link. Christy, did you post the link first off?
Yeah, let's get all the people up on in.
There we go. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, Christy's got the link up, so hopefully we'll get some viewers. Still not seeing it on Pretty Losers.
Yeah, it was taking a while. That's what took so long. It wasn't showing up.
Okay.
I think YouTube was having some issues.
Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and start with you guys, and I'll find this link for y'all.
Okay. So mine is quite an interesting tale. You know, as I talked about before, I never really had like a whole bunch of like in real life friends. Mostly that dealt with, you know, me having agoraphobia and the fact that I have a really bad abandonment issue since my dad died. So once my dad died, I kind of just shut myself out from the rest of the world and wasn't really that interested in making real life friends, but I had plenty of, you know, online personalities and people to hang out with. But I did have a set of like 3 or 4 people that I actually talked to who do know me in real life, and weirdly enough, they were all from high school. So I kind of just carried those relationships with me, and it has been very strange for me. Versus before weight loss and after weight loss, because people get used to you a certain way, and then as you change yourself and as you become more confident and realize your potential and really understand who you are, like I think that I allowed myself to be the same person I was in high school. I think that it was easier for me to kind of fall back into that same modicum of how I communicated, because that's what I was used to. Nothing but the jokester. Um, as long as I was making people laugh, people wanted to stick around. So I dealt with just trying to be somebody I thought people would like instead of who I was. So I dealt with that a lot, because as soon as I started losing weight, I realized, I don't think I'm that much of a shut-in. Actually, I don't think I like to sit at the house all day long. I'm not really digging that right now. And then, I put myself on YouTube, and now I have a ridiculous amount of people to talk to compared to like 4, because I literally had 4 people to talk to for like 13 years. And then now I have, hundreds of people I can chat with and talk to. And I've met people here on base, and I've met a couple people, and just it's much easier now that I have lost weight to make friends than it ever was me at my highest. And I think that has a lot to do with the stigma of being fat, because a lot of people see somebody that size and they don't want to get to know you. They don't want to take the time to understand how you got that way or why you got that way, or not to just feel pity for you. So I think that was a really big kind of difference for me. So I'll start with just that and give you guys that, and you guys can kind of, talk about your own stuff, and then we can get into like, other stuff later on during the conversation. So who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I have a lot of friends. Well, before I met my husband, I had like a certain group of friends that I would hang out with all the time. I was really, really social. I booked bands. I went to concerts. I was just like a social butterfly. And then I went into like this really deep depression when I was working at this job I was at for 5 years. And then I just saw myself like the more weight I gained, the more I would push people away. And I have different groups of friends, like friends that I've grown up with since I was like a baby, like second grade. And, we've grown up together. And then I have my old like high school / middle school friends. And then I have people that I met at like clubs and stuff like that. So I've always had like different friends. And one of my friends, I always thought that she was just like so really like just so fucking hard on me, like she would always make me cry. She'd always make me feel shitty about myself. And I just had to like push away and like stop talking to her. And then one of my other friends, it was a mutual friend of ours, was like, she had come over and she had cut my hair, and she's like, well, the reason why she's like that is because she's like freaking out. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? She's like, you've gotten so big that we just don't know how to talk to you about this. And at that point, I was just like, what do you say to that? It's like, these people love you enough to bring this to your attention that, if you don't do something, you're going to die. And my friend that I thought that was always being ugly to me, I would always tell her, oh, I just can't do that. I have my anxiety is just crazy. And she'd be like, well, get up and move the furniture, or, get up and dust, or, go clean the kitchen or go clean the bathroom. In her way, she was trying to tell me to move and to, interact and get my blood flowing. But to me, it was like I was just so overly sensitive that I was just taking it the wrong way and was like, she's just being a complete bitch. If I had listened to her earlier, God knows where I would be now. But I finally listened to her, and I'm not saying that that's the reason why I started going towards, trying to lose weight, but it was a big reason. And I think since I've tried to better myself, my friends see that, so they want to be around me more. And I really think that at one point my best friend was like, she didn't want to get too close to me with her newborn son, because at that rate, how do you explain that Aunt T died because she was so fat? It's just, I don't know, it's just crazy, like how my friends came into the whole, you got to lose weight thing. But now that they're just proud of me, they support me 100%. And I just feel like I always needed someone who was outside of that to support me and to understand where I was and to just kind of get to where I'm going. And that's when I met Nirvana. And literally, I cannot tell you, like, from the time frame where I met Nirvana to where I used to be. And it just helps so much to have somebody in your life that just understands where you've been and where you're going. And Nirvana's a whole year older than me because she's old, but it's just nice to know that, as fucked up as it sounds, that you're not alone, and your friends are either there to lean on or they're really not your friends anyway. And I thank God that bitch ass friend of mine had the balls to tell me, hey, wake up. Because had she not, I'd probably still be sitting on the couch feeling sorry for myself. And I just don't want to be that girl anymore. I'm just tired. I'm tired of being a pussy. I'm tired of sitting around saying I can't do that. I'm just ready to go, and I'm ready to do. And I think I went off track a little bit, but that's what's my story. So what about you, Christy?
It all started, I think, when my mom divorced her second husband. He always kept us active and out of the house, and then when she divorced him, it was just Mom and the three of us. That's when I started gaining weight and staying in the house. And then and when I went into junior high to high school, when I started gaining the weight, I was always in the guy crowd. I never had female friends because no female wanted to hang out with the big girl, So I always used to goof off with the guys and be the guy's friend. So that's my best friend, that's who I hang out with and everything else. And I would say, no, I think maybe two girls that were my friends from junior high to high school. That was mainly it. And then, and as an adult, I'm very picky because I put walls up because I have been burned and hurt so many times by so-called friends that I build a wall up. I don't trust a lot of people. I shield that away, and that's I guess that's a bad thing for my age too, because it's like, I sit there and especially this week, I learned a lot this week about my so-called friends. They knew that my dad was going through in the hospital. He's been in the hospital for over a month with his heart problems. And this week, I really needed somebody to help me and be there for me and talk to and vent, and nobody was around. Not a phone call, not a text, not, hey, how are you doing? Nothing. And it really hurt. It really did. It was just like, everybody says that you're friends, but, you can sit there and you can have 10,000 people subscribe to you on YouTube, or 7 million people on Facebook that are your friends, but who's really there for you? There's a very small hand pickings of people that are there for you. And I'm just real picky. I sit there and I shy away from a lot of people because I've been hurt so many times. People say, oh, this and that to you, and you sit there and you finally give trust to somebody and you tell them your life story, and the next thing you know, somebody's turning around stabbing you in the back, and it hurts. And I guess that's why when I started building that wall up around me, the weight started coming on. Didn't trust nobody, so I stayed isolated. I was to myself. I didn't care. Just gave up on everything, And if it wasn't for a year ago starting this YouTube channel and then getting connected with Pretty Losers, I mean, it's blossomed a lot of different things. It's came out of my shell. I'm not fully out of my shell on the real world, but I'm coming out of my shell slowly in the real world, It's not going to happen overnight. I know it's not. But it's like, I'm more out there than I used to be. I could say that. I have friends that come over and they'll hang out and stuff like that. And it's just, like I said, it's a small pickings. It's like I could count them in my hands, and it's not even all 5 of my fingers, That's how small pickings it is. For local friends, for people that live all over the place, I have tons of those people that would like, oh, I wish I was there, I would help you, and I know they would. I really do. I know they would be there for me, but it's hard, especially when you sit there and you depend on somebody that says, I'll help you, I'll be there for you, and then no one shows up. Then that wall starts coming back up again.
I'm telling you, you just send me Monkey, and I got her. Like, seriously. I will take care of her. Little Monkey. Well, what about
if y'all don't know, Monkey's my 2-year-old, so.
Yeah. What about you, Randy? Like, how is it different with your friends now? And
I'm listening to all of you, and I'm thinking about my life, and I'm a lot older than all of you. I never thought about it as deeply as you're bringing me to right now. When I grew up, I didn't have any friends. I couldn't because I was raised in a very dysfunctional home, very, very difficult. I don't think I started to even have what I'd call real friendships probably until I was out of the house, which was pretty much college time. Then I got married pretty young, and I got married again a little bit later on. And I would say that I started having friends when I had children because I made friends with the other children's parents.
Mm-hmm.
When I had some friends from work. I don't have any friends from like high school or before then, even though now a lot would like to friend me, because what has happened in my life is because I guess I was alone, I pushed and I focused, and I had to be the best I could be at every single thing I did, and I succeeded. Now in my life, I have lots of acquaintances and lots of friends will get together, but there's one friend that I have for about 20 years now, and when I started to lose weight, I never told her I had the surgery because she was very busy in her own life, and I made the decision to have the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, 1, 2, 3. And I'm assuming she's noticed. I mean, I've lost 58 pounds. I would assume that she'd notice it, and I'd given all these hints, but she'll never say to me, wow, you look good, or wow, you lost weight. I mean, strangers who see me once in a blue moon will say something, and she'll never say it, and I'm just wondering if it's because it's so difficult sometimes to compliment somebody else when you don't feel when you feel maybe they've gone further than you. Not that I have. I mean, I have because I've lost weight, and she could afford to lose a few pounds too. But I don't think, I wonder what it is about people who can't recognize something positive about other people. And these are friends, or people you would consider friends. There are people out there who will give you all the compliments in the world, say nice things, but there are certain people that you thought were special to you, and they just won't. It's kind of like, give me that satisfaction and say to me, oh, you look good. They can't do it.
I think a lot of that, what that is, and I understand completely, like 1,000% on that. I think some people are just so unhappy within themselves, and it's like you said, whatever you set out to do, you did, and you succeeded in it. And, you know, that's a trait that, you know, is really hard to find in somebody. You know, I can set out to do a lot of things, but me finish them is a different story, or succeed in it is a completely different story. So when you have somebody and you meet someone with that drive, it's either encouraging to you or it's a jealousy factor.
What you are saying is so on the money.
It is.
Go ahead.
Oh, and it's just, you can love somebody, like love them, but when you have that jealousy in you, and it's ugly. It's like an ugly. It's you don't wear it on your face, and you don't wear it on your body, but it's in there and it's ugly. And so many people have that. Like Christy said, she's afraid of those people, but it's like you have this mask, and it's, you know, it's pretty and it's nice in front of you, but inside it's ugly. And sometimes those people that we get close to, we may love them and we may think that they're awesome, but deep inside, those skeletons are really ugly. And I
found one of those friends this week.
And those people are the ones that can hurt you the most.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, and that's when you need to say, you know what, Randy, I don't need her approval. I know what I did for me, and this is what I'm doing. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I have people that love me. I don't need her approval.
I don't think I look for approval, and that's one of my, it's one of the things about me and friends. People will generally find me intimidating because I say what I mean, and I mean what I say, and frankly, I don't fuck around.
Yeah.
A lot of it has to do with what I did for a job. A lot of it has to do with being as focused and the importance for me to accomplish certain things. I mean, I've done some crazy things. I know people here don't know this. I'm a volunteer. On top of everything else, I'm a volunteer EMT with the local fire department. I'm also a private pilot.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So I'm crazy. I know that different people are crazy in different ways. For me, it was always getting to another level. And it wasn't to impress anyone else. It was to feel good for me. And I don't share everything I've done. You know, I'm not going to call it an accomplishment because the reason I've done these things was to fulfill a need in me. But the few friends that know, you won't hear, they'll brag about it to somebody else. Oh, I have a friend who does this or did this. But with me, they'll look for ways to totally avoid, for it to be about them. So I don't look for approval from others. I've learned for what. But the people that we think are friends, everybody's a friend to an extent.
Yeah.
And then there's a point where we have to be happy enough with ourselves to say that, well, with or without it, we're going to the next step. I mean, I don't know what new thing I can do at this point in my life. I'm struggling with the elliptical. So,
well, it sounds like you're a badass, and you'll be mastering that pretty soon.
Listen, I watched Nirvana's video, and she did 30 minutes on the elliptical. And I will tell you, I do 10 minutes, Nirvana, and you can call an ambulance because I'm like,
She's a badass. Like, I call her a beast, and she's like, I'm not a beast. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I can't even do 30 minutes on the elliptical, and I've had mine for months in my living room, and I can only do, the top I can do is 12 minutes, and I feel like I'm going to die.
I can only do like 3 seconds. Sorry.
And I think, Nirvana, you did that after you did the Stairmaster.
And the bike.
I do.
And the bike.
And the
I
bike.
want to know what's in that coffee you're drinking.
Really?
I do 30 minutes to 35 minutes on the bike. If I do a cool down, it's 35. And then I did 7 minutes on the Stairmaster. And honest to God, I really felt like I was going to die. There was a point there to where I was like, do I see the other side, or am I just dizzy?
Baby
Like,
Jesus, is that you?
yeah, I was like, Dad, is that you? Like, for real, I was like, oh my, I'm gonna die. I need to get off this thing. Number one, the Stairmaster they have is really high off the ground, so you can't just step on it and like go all the way up. You have to like step on it, and then the damn thing's already moving slowly as you get on. So 300 some odd pounds. It's not just, slowly moving like everyone. It's like, so I'm like trying to get up before the next one so I could just push the button for it to start. I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Each step up there. So I probably did like 10 steps before I got the stupid thing on. It was ridiculous. And then, I got 7 minutes in, and I'm telling you, they were coming for me. I had to stop.
Who's they? Who's they, Nirvana?
It was the angels. I'm telling you.
That elliptical angel was coming for me, baby.
That elliptical angel was like, hey, get off that. Get off. Get off.
Nirvana, all I have to say was that was not your body.
It was not.
But
So you see, bringing this back, if I may, to friends, we can sit and talk about this and laugh about this, but think of a friend that you hang out with and that's important to you. If you were to share all this, how quickly would they turn the topic around because they can't or haven't accomplished this to something about them? Think about it.
I have, I've kind of touched on it on my channel a few times, but this subject is really raw and hurts me. So prepare for waterworks. Surprise, surprise. But I had a friend for, I'm going to say like 16 years of my life. I mean, this is the person I knew that at the end of the day, if I was on my deathbed, she would know everything about me. And I would have to take her with me so she wouldn't give away my secrets. Like, that's the person that, knew everything. So she was actually the person I lived with when I had my RNY because Matthew had just gone into the military. So, he was doing basic training and stuff. So I had to be somebody had to take care of me because number one, I didn't drive. And number two, I was 500 pounds in a wheelchair. I couldn't walk, so I couldn't do for myself. So having to take care of me, I understand, was a great burden because she did have to take me to all of my appointments, And I don't know how many appointments you had to go through, Granny, but, for me, I was going 2 or 3 times a week trying to get stuff done for about 6 months. Plus, I had to lose at least 60 pounds before they would even give me a schedule. So I was going to the gym 6 to 7 times a week for a couple hours. So, she had a toddler and, she had her husband working, so she was doing all of this stuff for me. It put a lot of stress on our relationship. And as soon as I moved out, she stopped talking to me. Like, as soon as my life started to change, just cut me down. She was like, she didn't want to, she didn't want to see what was going to happen next. I don't know if in a weird way she thought I was going to fail at this or didn't like the fact that I was opening up and becoming more, and having more friends. I don't, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get that kind of closure. She did talk to me a week or so back, but she really didn't give me anything besides, I didn't, I didn't want to wait around for the other shoe to drop is pretty much kind of what she told me. So in the way I interpreted that is that she didn't want to see what was going to happen next. Like if the surgery did fail, so it's very hard for me to have somebody I've known, a little under half my life, somebody that I thought would always be there, and then as soon as I turned my life around, she's like, "Nope, done with you, bye. I liked you much better when you were in a wheelchair and dying next year, but
I
now
don't
that
get people.
some
I just don't get people.
I don't get it."
And also, it's like some people do want you to be that fat, miserable person that
Yes.
they can sit and say, my life is so much better than them. It's like watching Honey Boo Boo on TV, It's like you watch Honey Boo Boo or, My 600-Pound Life because at least that person weighs 45 more pounds than you do or 100 and, whatever more than you do. And it's like you can sit there and be like, well, as long as my life doesn't get as bad as Trisha's, then I'm good, And now that Nirvana is actually getting off her ass and doing something about it, then I guess I'm going to have to do something about my life sucking. Nobody wants to be reminded that their life sucks. So either you deal with it or you change it. And people don't like to change. It's just a fact.
Yeah, you gave her purpose in her life, and she felt important. And now all of a sudden,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
I would figure this would be the best time. If the shoe was on the other foot and I had helped somebody as much as she helped me, and then I saw them get their life together, I'd be like, oh shit, I totally helped you do that. I'm fucking epic. That's how my brain works. I'm like, holy fucking shit, you lost 200 pounds. I love you. Look how good you're doing. Let's go to the mall because now you can walk to the mall with me instead of me having to push your ass. Or we can go hiking, or we can actually go on a trip, and I'm not afraid you're going to die on me. To me, that's how it feels to me, is that in my head I would be so happy that the journey has actually worked and everything that we have worked for and talked about forever, because she was the person that I talked to all of this about, before I even decided to have gastric bypass. She was the person I went to and was like, do you really think I should do this? Do you think I'm going to die on the table? What am I going to do? And we would sit and talk about it for hours. So for her just to say you bye, Felicia, I was like, it ruined me. It absolutely destroyed me, and I hate that I'm so critical now of anybody in my life. The first sign I see somebody who gets even just a weird at me, I'm like, okay, bye. I'm done. No, I'm not good. I can't do it.
It's true. I can't even tell you how many texts she's like, are you mad at me? What did I do? I'm like, I'm just in my corner over here, and I just wanted to sleep until 10. Leave me alone.
I'm like, why haven't you answered my text?
Yeah, seriously. And it's like, I'm never going to be that person to you, Nirvana, so you don't have to worry about that. I may call you and fart on the phone. That's me. I'm never going to leave you like that person left you. I would rather fight it out with you because I love you that much. I love you that much to fight it out with you.
That's what I want. Call me and tell me you're a bitch and you pissed me off and you hurt my feelings because, or I took too much care of you or something. Yell at me. Come at me, bro. But I got nothing. I got just one day she cut me off her Facebook and she was like, peace, peace, deuce, deuce. And I heard nothing. And I was like,
and then you wonder why. What happened? I've had these people in my life who you hang out with, you have a good time with, you go and do things together, and the next minute they don't answer your phone calls, and all of a sudden they disappear from your life. I don't get it.
I think some people don't want to see us succeed.
Period.
I think that's it. I think some people want to see us they say they're our friends. They listen to our pity parties and our disappointments and our failures, and then we sit there and we get a bug up our ass. Okay, I'm gonna change my life. So you start improving and everything else, and then they get pissed because we're succeeding and they're still living in the pity party. So, they get mad. And then they don't want to be part of it because, like, well, look at her. She's going to school. She's raising a kid. How does she do all this? She's so crafty. She does videos, this and that. How does she do that? I have time to do nothing. Well, you know what? I try to tell you and show you what I'm doing and help you grow too, but you don't want to take those same steps I do. I'm not going to sit there and be the last person on the train. I'm not that person no more. I'm getting my ass up and I'm fucking moving right along that road. I'm tired of it. Some people don't want to see us succeed, and damn it, we got to stand up and sit there and say, that's what we got to say.
What was that, Christy? I didn't hear that.
Fuck you.
There's a lot of this going on tonight.
That's really low.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people sitting there hurting us with words and stupid videos that sit there and make fun of the fat people and everything else. I'm so sick of it. I am so sick of it. And then our so-called friends, the skinny ones, the nice ones that we think that are our friends, are posting these and making fun of it, but it hurts our feelings still. Damn it, we got feelings too. You know what? It's time to stand up. Get over it. We're going to make room. We're going to bust through the friggin' walls.
Yeah.
If people don't like it in my life, bye. There's the door right there. That's all I have to say no more about that, because I am tired of being walked on, used, abused, everything else. I am tired of it. I am not that old Christy no more.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
You know what I do now? And I always have to remember this because my dad was also really sick and he had open heart surgery. And he's one of the people that destroyed me when I was younger. And but I still helped him out. And I remember, the thing I always remember is I'm doing this, whether it's for him or for a friend or an acquaintance, because I choose to. I am not obligated. I don't owe anybody anything. And
That's right.
it's my choice. And I remember years ago I had gone to a therapist, and he said to me, make your choices and make sure you can live with them. Nobody else has to live with them.
Right.
Just make sure you can live with them. So when I just don't feel there's ever a reason to hurt somebody.
I don't want to hurt nobody either.
No, I know that. But if I choose to be kind, it's coming from my heart. It's what I choose to do. Otherwise, I just walk away.
Yeah.
But no longer do I ever feel. When I was younger, I used to feel obligated. Now, there's no obligation in me. I've done mine. I've had my share.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no obligation.
That's an awesome way to look at it. Like,
they do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, instead of like, there's no obligation. So if you want to be there, you're there. But if you're not, you're not. And that's a really awesome way to look at it. And I think I'm gonna implement that in my life.
Yep. You got to do things that you can live with, things that make you, that you know, or that you believe are right.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it took me over 40 years to learn that, but once I learned it, things got a lot better for me. Because now I don't give a shit.
Lots of going on tonight.
Yes. But it's been so much better for me, and I find that people tend to rally, people who I care to befriend tend to rally around that more than the phony bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I would rather be friends with somebody who's a badass like that and who she's there because she wants to be there than someone who's there because they feel obligated to be there.
Yeah, someone who wants to be there will be there to help you when you need help.
Yeah.
That's true. And, I definitely had to learn, back to that friend that, told me about how I thought she was mean. Not everybody who is your friend really wants to see you do good.
Well, are they really friends? What is a friend?
Yeah, and it's like,
We
I
call them
remember,
friends, but
yeah, and I remember, everything that she did, I supported her. And, when I got married, when my husband and we got married, and she had the balls to tell me, oh, well, you should have seen my ex-boyfriend who she was friends with. You should have seen his new bride. She was such a beautiful bride. She just made such a beautiful bride. And she didn't come to my wedding, and she didn't see me, but yet she had to put it in there that she was at his wedding and that his wife was a beautiful bride. I'm like, bitch, are we looking at the same girl? Because I know that bitch is not cute.
why didn't you just ask her what the fuck? I hope you didn't just walk away from that conversation.
At that point, I was just like, she was aiming to hurt me, and I didn't have any feelings for that guy anymore. Like, I got married to my husband because I love my husband. It wasn't because I needed to get out of my house. It wasn't because, hey, I thought this is a better life over here. It was because I genuinely love my husband. My husband loves me. She didn't have that luxury in her world.
Yeah.
Her husband didn't love her. Her husband just married her because he thought his life would be better with her, with that. So that was just out of jealousy. She was aiming to hurt me, and I didn't let it hurt me. I just walked away, and I just said, you know what? This bitch is really jealous of me. That she has to stoop that low to say something to a person, that's bad.
I hope you didn't invite her for Christmas dinner.
No, I think I would have kicked her in the twat for that.
Yeah.
But, now, and then she's got that whole, well, I don't drink anymore, and I found God, so I'm a nice person now. Sometimes God can't even make you nice,
That's not how you become nice.
No. Mm-mm. So you can't teach compassion. You have to be born with it, and you have to, it's just something inside of you. You can't teach it to somebody. I'm a firm believer of that. But I don't know about all that. Do we have any messages, Nirvana, or anybody?
Actually,
nothing on Facebook.
so I've got, Blog with Sin says, evening, ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
Betty Lou Who says, man, you guys are really making me appreciate my friends. Sounds like you've had some seriously shitty ones.
But in the same aspect, I've had some really and I still do have some amazing girls in my life and my friends. They're my ride or dies, and my best friend Laura, Ashley, Brandy, Tara, these girls would do anything for me, and vice versa. So,
Timmy and Melissa Collins say hi.
hello. Hi.
Michael VSG says, hey girls, or hey ladies.
Hello.
Frenchie Girl in the USA says, I had a friend for 13 years. Both of our boys have autism. When she decided to lose weight through liposuction 15 times, I was always supported. But when I told her that I was going to lose weight through weight loss surgery, she decided that she didn't want to be my friend anymore. I was devastated and upset. Now I'm so over it that she is just ugly person. I was supportive with her lipo, but she did not want to support me. So she also unfriended her on Facebook.
That sounds like a big jealousy thing that we were talking about earlier.
That's rude. That lady is rude, and you just let her have as many liposuctions as she wants because you're gorgeous.
And she must not be so pretty on the inside where it counts. So.
And then we got VSG Bulldog. Hey girl, hey.
That's my girl.
My awesome girls. What is your biggest weight loss tip thus far? I love you girls. XOXOXO motherfucking ow.
Ow. God, I love her. My weight loss tip is don't bring the shit in the house. If I have to go out to eat crap, I'm more prone to say, don't really want it. So I don't. What about y'all?
Mine is just getting all the junk out of the house. Staying away from the soda, staying away from the temptations, and holidays is the worst because I'm a baker and everybody expects me to bake the baked goods. So, but that's a good thing. Listen, I'm a baker, but everything I bake, I don't eat because I see so much of it, I don't want to eat it. So that's a good thing of it. But it's just the holidays. It's the ham, the turkey, the side dishes,
The
comfort
butter.
food.
I think if I had a good weight loss tip, I wouldn't have needed surgery.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't got no good weight loss tip.
That's one thing I'm afraid of is the whole. We're going out of town to see my husband's family, and they cook with so much butter, so it's just like. Oh.
I think the biggest thing for me was that I lost my mobility. So if you don't understand what it's like to not be able to just stand up and do what you want, even if it is for just a few minutes, like having been completely dependent on somebody to get you to the bathroom and back. My biggest thing is it really doesn't matter if you don't feel like it. Get your ass to the gym. Go walk around the block. Walk to your mailbox. Walk to the car and back. Go pick up a newspaper and come back. Hell, pick up your neighbor's newspaper and come back. Be like, they don't need it. They should have went out and got it themselves. Now it's my newspaper.
And then be ready to run from them when they come after you.
That's right. Even better. Book it. The biggest thing for me is I'm in a ridiculous amount of pain for stuff that, is going wrong with my body. And I still force myself on every machine, and I don't stop unless I drop. So unless I'm dying or the angels are hovering over me on the Stairmaster, I get that 30 minutes in depending on what I'm doing.
That's not your body. It's not your legs.
That's not. No. I actually hire a lady who is a little about the same size as me at the gym who does more exercise than me, and I have her hold my phone. And I kind of sit behind her and do my videos. I'm like, yeah, I'm on the elliptical. It's really hard. Rinsing myself with water, like, oh, I'm so sweaty. And, like, I use her footage of her legs and stuff, so it's not really me.
I didn't think so.
The secret's out.
Does anybody else hear water dripping?
I don't know what that is.
Somebody's got a leak.
Maybe it's a fart.
I remember I told you I'd remember when I was sleeping what this hat is called? Well, I just remembered. It's called a fascinator.
I'm fascinated with it.
I am fascinated.
A fascinator.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to your house and steal it.
I think I'll make you girls one. You want me to make you one?
Ooh, yeah.
I need it.
You have to wear it with a bustier and post pictures.
No, I'm gonna wear it with my thong. See my thong right here?
Oh yeah.
This is my thong. I just want you to know, Lindsay, this is my thong right here, baby. Come on over and I'm gonna wear it for you.
Let me tell you, I've tried those things. I don't know how the hell somebody walks around with a string up their ass all day. And I got to tell you something else. I worked in the school systems, and I visited a lot of schools. I can't tell you how many times I had to tell a teacher, especially the high school female teachers, those boys in that math class or that chemistry class, every time they freaking bent over, you saw the top of the thong and the tattoo that went across the back.
The tramp stamp.
No more bending over or wear longer shirts.
I'm gonna send you a pearl thong.
Plus.
Okay.
Wah, wah.
I just don't get the thong thing. If somebody can explain it to me, how do you walk around with a string up your ass all day?
That's why they're all cranky, because they got a string up their ass.
I'm I think it would tickle my butthole, and I think I'd be distracted all day long. Like, it would tickle my butthole, and I'd be mad all day. I'd be like, ah, ah. You can't really pull it out, you know?
I have a drawer of them because I thought they were cool. So here this old lady goes and buys some. I walk around in them and I'm like,
They don't-
How are you like? How are you like?
I'm like, and I kind of want to pull on my pants all day. But it really would be unprofessional considering the fact that I go to all these places.
That is so funny. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We did pick a winner last week for our Pro Bar slash 500 subscribers. So when we get to our next plateau of 600 subscribers, we'll have another giveaway. We'll announce it then. I also want to say that we got a shout out from Tatanka. The jerky company, Tonka. Is it Tonka? Tonka?
I think it's Tonka.
Tonka. Tatanka. So if you do go buy those jerky bars, make sure you tell them Pretty Losers sent you so they know that, we're sharing the love. And hopefully we'll maybe do another review type giveaway, something with them soon. And I don't think I have any other. Oh, our winner for the 500 was that fat chick. Is that
Yay.
yeah, that fat chick? Yay! Hold on, I got some for this.
Confetti, throw the confetti.
Nirvana hates that when I do that. And I think that's all the news I have. I don't know if we're going to be back next week. I don't even know what our topic is next week, so we'll announce that later. Nirvana and Christy have a birthday coming up. It is the 20th, so make sure you give them some birthday love, and you can send them thongs if you'd like.
No.
Nirvana says yes.
No.
Her body says no, but her mind is saying yes. Touch your body!
My
My body!
My butthole says no. It's just like
Oh, and we got the squatty potties in. So
potty.
we will be doing a review on the squatty potties. I'm so excited. So
We're doing a review on the squatty potty?
yes, ma'am. Like I need help to do that.
While I'm on the potty.
Oh, Lord.
It works great.
Blunk.
And then we lose like 1,500 subscribers.
It's funny. All right, well, we just want to thank you, Randy, for joining us. Hopefully you'll be able to join us again in the new year.
Thanks.
And we'll bring an edgier topic because we know now you're for it, not against it. You've been a pleasure, and thank you for sharing your stories with us.
Aw, thank you so much. I love you ladies. I really do.
Love you.
And come on over to New York.
Okay, as long as we can all sleep in the bed with you.
Huh?
Cuddler. I'm a cuddler. I got cuddle.
Oh, boy. I got a real big bed.
I'll wear my tongue. I'll wear my tongue. And I'll bring some Tatanka jerky.
Oh.
All right, so we'll wrap this up, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Love y'all.
Faces
Love you,
back.
bye.
Bye.
Hold on, hold on.